Hi everyone, today I want to show you how I remove this damper rod bolt. This is the damper rod of the 2016 Yamaha R3. Before removing the damper rod, it's sitting here at the bottom of the fork leg and it's held on by this bolt. Now the problem is when you try to remove the bolt, most of the time the damper will just spin with it. If you're lucky, you can put everything back together with the fork cap and then just use that a little bit pressure to press onto the damper rod, and you can hold on to it and undo the bolt. But it does have some thread lock on it, so it's not as easy. If you're unlucky like me, then you need to find a way to hold the damper rod when you unscrew the bolt. So what I end up using is just like a wooden stick. A lot of people suggest the broomstick, which work the same way, and make sure it's long enough, a bit longer than the fork leg, and then you can just stick it in there. Use put it a bit pressure so that it hold on to it. It doesn't, you see it still spin a little bit, but as long as the pressure is enough for you to undo that bolt, so it's fine. I think there is a tool that Yamaha is selling to do this job, but it's literally a square shaped tool to do the same thing on the round shaped damper rod. So I don't know if you use that tool, maybe the mechanism is to actually push or bite into this part, and I'm afraid it may actually do some damage to it. Oh, and the other important thing that nobody mentioned is before you attempt to put pressure on the damper rod with a stick or whatever that is, make sure you clean it first, because the fork oil, although the primary use is not to lubricate, but it does have that lubricating property. So if you still have some fork oil inside, this is gonna spin around more easily. So what I did is I used some spray some brake cleaner from the top of the fork all the way here to wash off that little bit of fork oil, and it can grab onto it more easily. And if you don't want to have the trouble of trying to get a wooden stick, one thing I did is to find like a socket of a similar size. This one is 7/16, and whatever a little bit smaller than this hole is fine. You can just wrap around it with the electric tape and make it, adjust the size a little bit. And the idea is to, when you push onto it, then it can grab onto it. I use all these guys here. Make sure it's a bit longer than the fork, so you can hold on to it to the other end and push the rod like this. I didn't end up using this socket because I didn't know there is still fork oil in it, so when I push it in, it's spinning around still. But in hindsight, if I clean the damper rod first, that probably worked. So that's all for today's video. That's what I wanted to share. I hope this is helpful to you. Thank you and have a good day.